Hello. Hello, everyone. Thanks for coming today to the Anichess event at the World Chess Championship 2024 in Singapore. Very excited to be here. The first thing I want to do is really thank everyone who's joining us today in person and online. Second is thank you, Kevin, who should be joining us later, the CEO of Singapore Chess Federation, for inviting us back to Singapore. This is our second time in Singapore for this event. And today will be a really exciting day because we'll talk about Anichess. What problems does it solve? Why another chess variant? And then after that, we'll actually have a very, very interesting friendly matches for the day. The first one will be the best player in Singapore in chess versus the best player in Hong Kong. And then the second match, they'll be playing the Anichess champion from our last tournament in Philippines. And it'll be a simultaneous tournament, 3 versus 1. And I'll introduce him later. And then after that, we'll have actually a recreation of a viral moment from a famous content chess creator and a top player from Singapore. They'll play rapid chess, best of 3, and then they'll also play Anichess. And that's will be the rest of the day, and then we'll have some networking. Okay, let's talk about Anichess a little more. Okay, so what is Anichess? Anichess, chess with a drop of magic. So in partnership with Anmoca Brands and Chess.com. So Anmoca Brands, we are industry leaders in digital entertainment, blockchain, and Web3 gaming. The mission of Anmoca Brands is to deliver digital property rights. So they incubated Anichess, and actually right now, Anmoca Brands actually has over 500 companies in the portfolio. So it's a gaming giant in Web3. And Chess.com requires no introduction, 150 million players, biggest online chess platform. So I want to talk a little bit about market opportunities. So the chess market is obviously growing. I think the valuation right now is about $2 billion for chess in 2024. And by 2030, the estimate will be something around $3 billion. But if you compare that with gaming, the gaming market is somewhere around the 300 billion range, so about 100x bigger. And is looking to become about a $600 billion market size by 2030. So it's bigger and growing a lot faster. Younger generation of players, if you guys are familiar with games nowadays, there's a lot of tap to play, really easy mechanics that attracts a lot of casual players. This is where the growth is for gaming. So younger players may not have the attention span to play classic chess. And this is where Anichess wants to help grow the game via this magical variant. So let's go to the next slide here. A little bit of target audience, and then let's go next slide. I want to talk about Anichess and the spells. Also, part of our network is a lot of these grandmasters, Magnus, Anish, Eric Hansen, and others. So we are working with some of the top players in chess as we're building this game. We've done pretty well so far with over 1 million wallets or accounts created through Anichess in the past year. We just really released our PvP game, which is our main game, in October. So I want to spend a few minutes to talk about Anichess. So what is Anichess? What does it mean by a drop of magic? Very simply, every time you make a move, you gain mana. And there are 9 spells currently in the game. And these 9 spells all require, and there are limits on how many times you cast. So when players play Anichess, they choose 3 spells, and then they battle it all over the board online. So with these spells, it really changes the mechanics of the game. And why does this actually matter? A few things. We can stay here for the slide. So with Anichess, new players onboarding is one problem that it's solving. In classical chess, when there are new players joining the game and they play against someone who's probably more experienced or a stronger player, they'll likely lose 10 out of 10. In Anichess, because we're gonna release new spells every season, if you learn the spells before others, you could actually beat a stronger player, or you become a top player for a season. So we want to make Anichess easier for new players onboarding, because we really want to grow this chess user base. The second problem that we're looking to solve is tournament scalability. And how do we actually do that? With blockchain, we're going to try to do instant, transparent, safe, fair buy-ins and reward distribution for tournaments. It's going to be more global. Anyone with a wallet can participate. It'll be automated, so what that means is cheaper to run, no admin fees, no fees from payment processors. What that actually means at the end is they'll be scalable in terms of hundreds and thousands of tournaments can be running concurrently. Another thing I didn't cover is cheating. So if we have a lot of these online tournaments running, how do we prevent people from cheating? So I mentioned there are new spells every season. And new spells every season will really change the gameplay every few months or every month. Existing chess engines won't give you the best strategy because we'll be changing it through spells. The last item that I want to talk about for Anichess that we really care and think about is financial reward. So currently, from my understanding, only the top hundreds or 200s of players do well financially by playing chess. As in terms of how we look at it is, as the user base for our game grows, with blockchain, we can introduce or adopt a token. And as the user base grows, the demand for that token will grow. And the usage of that token will likely be for in-game items, early access, or buy-in for tournaments. And if the demand of the token increases, the value goes up. So what we're going to do is really let people win tokens by being either the most dedicated, that means playing the game most, grinding new seasons and the spell mechanics, or just simply being the best, winning tokens by being the best, by winning tournaments day in and day out. To me, having the financial reward will really open up chess to more players. So that's a little bit about Anichess. Like I said earlier, we started in January 2024 with the spell chess puzzles, and we released our PvP, so it's free online to play now at anichess.com. I think the next part is a trailer that we're going to watch on Anichess. and he'll be playing against Jingyao from Singapore. He's also the top player from Singapore. Welcome. And also, I want to introduce our commentator. I also want to introduce our commentator for this game, John. He is also the champion of Anichess last tournament. John, welcome. Okay, let's maybe you can take a photo. Okay. Let's get set up. Make Luke over there. So John, who do you think?
Better chance in terms of Anichess, because I've seen how Luke plays, and I kind of cannot beat him in Anichess at the moment. Even though I get to have a champion spot from the previous tournament, I guess in this match, Luke has the upper hand. But I guess also Jingyao has a chance if he can, kind of convert this Anichess game into somehow into his style. So I guess both of them have fair chance.
Just for your information. Just for your information, Luke is actually one of the puzzle creators for Anichess, so he should be more familiar with the spells that makes this game unique. So in this match, I'm going to root for Luke, and it's not because I'm from Hong Kong. Just for full disclosure, I am from Hong Kong.
All right. Then if that's the case, I think for this match, I'm rooting for Luke. Yeah, a lot of things has to happen. Currently, they're picking their spells, so we don't have idea what playing style Luke has and Jingyao has. But for this first match of the day, I'm guessing both of them are picking the spells that they've been using for quite a while.
What's the current meta for Anichess? I saw from the last tournament, most of you guys choose like the same spells.
Starting battle.
Okay. This is the first match. Again, we're looking at Luke against Jingyao. Okay. So white here is Luke, if I'm seeing it correctly. Right. So he plays e4, e6. Okay, we got this Hop 2.0, House Recruit, and an Imposter spells for white. And for black, we got Shot in the Dark, this Hop 2.0, and Queen Time. So white plays d4. Okay. Yeah, both of them are very serious right now. Black replies with d5. Both of them having 3 mana at the moment. Play like d2, c6.
I also see they both have this Hop 2.0.
Yeah, because
So
of the
that
recent changes,
allows-
right?
Yeah, that allows you to visit your bishop to hop over one.
Yeah, and it's really powerful, I guess, in the current changes. This Bishop 2.0 spell has become way more powerful. Okay, there's an exchange on e4. White decides to proceed with knight g5. Okay, mana watch for white. He has 5 out of 8 mana, while black has 5 out of 8. Okay, there's an imposter house recruit Bishop 2.0 for white. And for black, if he manages to have the 8 out of 8 mana, he gets to use his Queen Time spell. This is getting It's touching the C pawn. Goes to C3. Alright, mana watch. 6 out of 8. Vote 6 for the manas. They're both serious right now. We can see the tension in this position. Right now, actually, there are lots of options to choose from. These both players are really powerful. They're both strong. And I don't know if they're going to use their spells. White is thinking, what is the next move? Based on the position, E3 attacks the knight on D2. So probably White will move that knight. So he has like 5 options and he chooses knight to F3. Now White has 8 out of 8 for his mana. So E takes F2, checking the king on E1. But we have to remember that in Anichess, our goal is to slay the king, not to checkmate. King to F1. Again, both of them having 8 out of 8 mana. I think both players haven't used any spells yet. So this is really getting intense. Maybe they're saving for later use. Probably one of them is planning a tactical combination in this position. So pawn B5, attacking the bishop on C4. Okay. And it is vital if you have the bishop skill or spell, you have to keep your bishops. Right now, bishop to D3, avoiding the threat from pawn B5. Black responded with the bishop to E7. This attacks the knight on G5. And still, none of them are using any spells. Probably they're saving it for later use. Okay. Actually, if you have a house recruit, you're like you have an extra pawn, extra 3 pawns. So it's really up to the player where you put this pawn from 3rd to 6th. Yeah, this is really getting intense. Both of them are very serious right now. Still, we have the black pawn on F2 square. Last move was bishop to E7. And White responded with an H4. Pawn to H4, guarding the knight on G5. So again, both of them haven't used any spells yet. And I believe they're saving it for later use.
Glide in the dark, soon to remark.
Shot in the dark was used. And we don't know yet where that piece will go or will it stay. Let's find out later. Now it's time for White to decide if he's gonna use a spell. He's over his mouse to house recruit. Okay. He's about to execute a house recruit.
Build your ranks,
C5
build
square.
the blanks.
And it's revealed that the knight goes to G4. Okay, this guards the pawn on F2 at the same time. Yeah, it activates the knight. Then just staying at H6. Okay, pawn to E5, making lots of opportunities for follow-up spells. But in this position, if I'm going to play, I'll be on the white side for a while. Maybe because I'm using the house recruit spell. But because of the recent buffs with shot in the dark and bishop, probably is gonna utilize it. And that bishop to A6 response from black probably
Jump the
was a
cube.
mistake.
It's what
because
the
of
bishops do.
bishop to A6, taking the bishop from the A6 square. So right now, White has no mana. back and use bishop again to save his bishop from the a6 square. As black responded with queen b6. Okay, white responded with bishop to f4. I think this is a great move, developing the bishop, because he can't do anything about the a6 bishop, the light square bishop. Queen takes a6 and queen to e2. Yeah, eliminating the open checks. And this also gives opportunity
Vanish from sight. Reappear with might.
to develop. Black used the shot in the dark spell. And right now we don't know. Oh, no. It was